Thank you, Madam Speaker. So this has been a very rigorous debate. This was a very rigorous debate in committee and even today. Unfortunately, my colleague who also serves in law enforcement was not able to make it to committee. He was also not able to be here today, but we do have him on the wall. The unfortunate part of this is even we weren't in communication in this effort. On behalf of CDAC, on behalf of the chiefs, on behalf of the sheriffs, and the Fraternal Order of Police, this was not communicated in the way that it should have to make it the best bill moving forward. So I encourage a yes vote on this amendment, and I've talked to the Assistant Majority Leader to ensure that her and I would be able, I think we're both pretty able to come back here next year. I would be more than willing to be on this bill moving forward as the proper way of getting this done. This bill doesn't do that. So I don't think this bill needs to be moving out of committee, let alone out of second reading today. I think this is something that needs to be revised in the interim and something that we can readdress in the proper way next session. I don't think the victims of what we are talking about should wait, but I think that's only due to the fact that we needed to get this done the right way the first time, and we still do need to get this done the right way the first time. And if that needs to be delayed, that's what I think should happen. I think getting this out of committee the way it came out of committee was wrong. I think letting it come out of the House in the same fashion, even though it's been amended, is wrong. I think getting the proper way to get this done the first time is important to everybody, not just the victims, but the law enforcement agencies and law enforcement officers around the state. This is something that we owe everybody in this field. And for those of us that are from this field, this is important to us from our former colleagues and from the people that we still work with in this building, being CDAC, all of the law enforcement entities, the sheriffs, the chiefs, and FOP. So on speaking for all of them, this should not move forward today. I encourage a yes vote on this amendment, and we need to work on this, and I'd be more than willing to step up and do that with the co-sponsor on this to make sure that we get this done the right way and the proper channels are addressed and their input is brought forward. So I encourage a yes vote on this. Thank you.
Representative Herod.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So I think just to continue and echo what I said yesterday, I think it's important to understand there is a process to move forward with this. I have spoken to Assistant Majority Leader in making these changes in a work group that was requested by all the members of law enforcement that were involved, or entities, I shouldn't say members, being CDAC, the FOP, the chiefs, and the sheriffs. All of them implemented an idea. Either I or my colleague can read what that plan was in moving forward for a working group or task force to make this the best thing it could be possible moving forward. That was brought up in the night of committee when the first discussions were happening with those stakeholders on this bill. So since that time, those recommendations and that input was not accepted. What was done in the strike below was not at the request or the fitting the needs or anything that was implemented by any of the law enforcement agencies that were involved. Now we are here when we had the members of the committee that acknowledged that they should not have let this out of committee that did. We let it out of second reading into now third reading, and we need to stop this before it moves into something we don't want, when we can't fix the problem and do this properly in the correct way moving forward. So I encourage everyone to be a no vote today. make sure that we get this started in the right way. I would be happy to be a part of that moving forward during the interim and moving into next session. But in the meantime, we need to stop this today so that we can make sure we are getting the thoughts and the input and everything together from those colleagues, those professionals that are out there that wanted their input on this bill. So please vote no. Let's get this done the right way and work on it collectively the proper way next session. Thank you.
Representative